And then the second part of this round itself was like they assess your code, and then they call you, like when they are trying your code in their laptop, they call you and then they ask you questions in your code. So they asked me a lot of questions like, why did you do this, why did you do that, and uh, how did you do certain functionality, and I was able to explain all of them. And then they were also asking me about what data structures you use and why did you specifically use that data structure, how would you. And yes, the things which I did was assessed, and then the things which I was not able to do, they were asking me that how would you have done it. So that is what they were expecting, and it was a fairly good round. I was able to complete it. So it took a lot of time because there were a lot of candidates. So this was all the thing which happened in the first day. um, and then I asked the HR that yes, so the HR told that I have to come on one more day to have three more rounds. So that is how it was. So the second day I had three more rounds. So that second day was like around, I think, the next day itself. Like I wanted to finish this process as soon as possible, so I scheduled that the next day itself. So I went to the office, Flipkart office, directly as soon as possible in the morning, 10 o'clock, and then uh, gave all the three rounds. So the first round on the second day, that was the second round actually. So second round was PSDS round. So the PSDS round, as I said, is problem solving and data structures. So I don't know about problem solving, but both the questions were of data structures. So yeah, so yeah, two questions were asked, and the first question was of arrays. It was basic, like there was nothing very tough in it, and it was basics, geeks for geeks problem, direct problems, and nothing twisted or molded anyhow. The first problem was yeah, that find a pair of numbers with some given sum. That is a very common problem. You can find the solution on geeks for geeks, and it's very commonly asked. Like I had previously done that question, so I don't know, I just solved it, and I remember that I have done this in past, and yeah, I was able to solve it. The second question which was asked was this binary tree question, where I have to print a spiral. Like I have to print all the nodes in a spiral fashion in a binary tree. So that was a nice question. Like I practiced binary tree, but I didn't go through these questions, so it took me a while to get to the solution. Yeah, but I was able to do it in 1 hour. So this was all about the second round, which was PSDS. Now let's move on to the third round. The third round was the UI tech round, and that's my favorite round. Like I mean, and the companies like Flipkart and other big companies, they focus a lot upon JavaScript skills when they are hiring for web engineers or UI developers, and that's a great thing. Like they go very deep inside JS, so that is what I like about this round. And I'll tell you what all things they asked, and most of the things you'll find on my channel itself. So those are very main concepts and core concepts of JavaScript which they touch in these rounds. So I remember they asked me, they started with this yeah, they started with some scenario where they asked me to write the code of debouncing. Like they got me to a problem where debouncing had to be applied. So they asked me to write the code for debouncing, and they also asked me to write the code of the polyfill of bind method. And then they went through call, apply, bind, these things, and then they got into promises, a little bit of promises, and then uh, covered those part. And then obviously some few questions of CSS, HTML, and yes, one more thing they asked was a question about recursion. Yes, like if you had a comment box and you have to reply to that comment, and then though that comment can also be replied, so that recursion sort of question they asked, I remember. So this was all about the UI round, but it was very good because they were going deep into each and every concept, and they were trying to assess me on the smaller parts and inner depth concepts of each and every topic. So that was like, I felt good after that interview, and the interviewer was very nice. So Yeah, that was about the third round. So round four was the hiring manager round. I was not expecting it to be technical, I would say, but it was kind of a semi-technical round. Yeah, the manager started with the, like, it was a two-way conversation for first 15 minutes, where he was asking me a lot of questions about my current job role and what projects I'm working on, what skills, technologies which I have, and more about, like, deep briefing about my resume and all those things. So it was fairly good, and then afterwards he moved on to a little technical questions, where he was asking me about this web performance optimization a lot, like how can you improve web page speed and what all things you can do, this and that, and that was again one of my favorite topics. So yeah, it was going good. And then he also asked me about SEO, search engine optimization, and then also, so he was reading my resume. So and then I currently built a PWA, so progressive web app, and he was curious about that. He asked me a lot of questions about progressive web apps and service workers and whatnot. So he was going into all these things. Majorly, it was driven by my resume and what I was speaking. So he was trying to make up questions by what I am saying to him at that point of time. So it was a little technical also. He was asking me to uh, explain it technically, and how did I manage to do specific part of those applications, and whatever projects I have built in. So that was all about the hiring manager round. It was nice, like the manager was good, and he was digging deep inside the projects and everything. So that was all about the fourth round, and that's all. After that, I went home. I was tired. Yeah. I thought that I did justice to each and every round in the interview, and according to me, I did really well. And then I was expecting a positive reply, but somehow I was rejected in that interview. It happens, yeah. Like, I think it must be a bad day for me. Whatever it was, and I didn't even ask for the reason from them. And then, like, after 1 week or so after the interview, I didn't get any notifications from them, no reply from them. So after 1 week or so, I asked that girl in that staffing agency that what happened, and then she told me that you were not selected. So literally, I didn't got the offer. So yeah, and I didn't regret also. It's fine. The overall experience was very good. The rounds which were framed and the questions which were asked were really very decent, and they were good. Each and every interviewer, I really liked them. So they were helping me out. Like, you can't say it was a negative experience. It was overall a positive experience throughout the interview. Just the last thing, I did not get the offer, but still, yeah, the overall experience was very positive. And Flipkart is a company which you can think about if you are going for a UI role, because I have seen people who are working over there are really passionate about technology, and they are actually working on React and all these latest stuff, and then they keep these web performance and all these other good stuff in mind while they are developing web apps. It is not like you are working on some old technologies and you are doing some bad shit. So there are good people in the company, and you can do good. Like, it's a very good opportunity. You can go ahead, and I would definitely recommend you to give an interview for Flipkart, and if you get selected, then it's very good. Like, it's a very good company to work for, and I have a lot of friends who are working over there. So that was all I had to say. Now it's your turn. How did you like the questions which were asked in the Flipkart interview? What about you? Like, if you were in my place, would you have been able to solve them or not? Just comment down. I would like to know which all topics you find complicated, or something which you want me to cover, or give me more detail about. You can comment down what you think about Flipkart interview, and are you ready for it, and how confident you are. Just comment down. I wanted to see how you think about this interview process. And definitely, yes, if you get to learn something from this video, and so give it a thumbs up and stay subscribed to my channel, and obviously press that bell icon. That is very important to get all the notifications of upcoming videos. And do check out the videos of polyfill for buying promises which are asked in these interviews, and not just Flipkart but a lot of companies, ranging from small companies to big companies. All of them are asking these questions. And keep studying, keep learning. That is what I wanted to say. And I think that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.